The US has already imposed tariffs on $200 billion worth of Chinese imports over what it sees as unfair trade practices. Beijing retaliated, slapping its own levy on hundreds of American agricultural products. Trump claims the US will not bear the cost of the dispute, but as Caleb Maupin explains, it's American farmers that are actually suffering.
One section of the U.S. economy is certainly on edge, and that is the agricultural sector. Farmers have long been upheld as almost sacred in Americana. From the writings of Thomas Jefferson idealizing the yeoman to the iconic speech of Paul Harvey delivered in 1978.
And on the 8th day, God looked down on his planned paradise and said, I need a caretaker. So God made a farmer. God said, I need somebody willing to get up before dawn, milk cows, work all day in the fields, milk cows again, eat supper, then go to town and stay past midnight at a meeting of the school board. So God made a farmer.
Now, you would think that farmers would be a central focus of Trump's promise to make America great again. After all, it was the agricultural states like Iowa, Wisconsin, and Minnesota where Trump won big. However, at this point, as the trade war with China continues, farmers aren't winning. They're hurting bad.
Is the American farmer the casualty in this trade war?
I think they are one of the casualties there of the trade disruption, yes.
But Trump says the farmers should just take it. After all, it's for their own good in the long term.
We're going to help out our farmers. We will ensure that our farmers get the relief they need, and very, very quickly. It's a good time to be a farmer.
This claim doesn't match the actual numbers. Look at soybeans, corn, and wheat production. At this point, the Midwestern heartland of the United States is already suffering from deindustrialization, and now it's seeing its agricultural base plummet. The income of American farmers has dropped to half of what it was in 2013, and the rate of debt of farmers has reached $427 billion, the highest it's been since the farm crisis of the 1980s. Farmers are also defaulting on their loans left and right, the highest rate that it has been in 7 years and 3 months.
A lot of us were forced to take loans to keep our businesses afloat, but yet some businesses were so far in debt that the banks wouldn't give them their operating loans for the year. The prices for grains and stuff have gone down significantly that we are unable to pay most of our bills and get the banks paid off to get our loans back in check with the banks that they don't threaten to shut us down. The moods in the agriculture community are very stressful. There's anger, there's everything else. Our planting window this year has been so long from the wet spring that we've had. Half the farmers don't even have all their crops they need to feed their animals or make the livelihood this year in the ground. It's very stressful and very irritating.
Now, farmers received a $16 billion subsidy in the hopes of making up for what they cannot sell to China, but it was only a drop in the bucket. The breadbasket at the center of the American economy seems to now be on the chopping block as Trump plays his art of the deal game with the second largest economy on earth. A lot of voices have to be asking how much longer. Caleb Maupin, RT, New York.